Hi, everyone. We're back with another episode of A Little Bit Unhinged. Episode number... Casey's here.
Hey, guys.
Hi. So, as a follow-up to our previous episode...
Yes.
It's very important. First off, you showed me T-Pain and Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
And I thought it was serious for a second, which really, really got me.
Yeah.
Even though it did feel like Lonely Island-esque.
Yeah.
So that fit right. But then you listened to some of Princess Pop That.
I did.
Yeah.
And that was one of the most amazing experiences of my life. Truly, without a doubt, incredible. It was so unbelievably bad. And this is coming from somebody who does listen to hip hop, but is very much a casual listener, not part of the culture or anything, like just outsider looking in. And it was just terrible.
It's so sublime in its badness.
But her booty is big.
And she let you know.
She does.
She let you know her coochie status. She let you know her booty.
Purse is fat.
Purse also is on that fat.
There was one song that immediately when we went to listen to that one, because I thought it was an interesting title, I had to sit down because I was blown away by the badness.
It almost fell to the floor. It was so bad. Like, it's hard for me to prepare somebody for how bad it is. It's bad. I don't even think we said this on the show, and even if we did, I'm so angry about it, I'm going to say it again. It was 29th on Rolling Stone's album, 100 Albums of the Year. It was 29th. That shouldn't be on any list of anything.
No.
It's too bad to even be on a list of bad things.
Yeah.
The only reason I'm sharing it with everybody is because I fucking had to listen to it.
Yeah.
And so now I need that pain to go around. But I also need to meet someone that likes it, so I can judge my life accordingly. I can weigh myself against the scales of the universe, against the life of the people that like this music. Because they have to be terrible people.
We'll have to go find them.
Yeah,
we will hunt them down.
I guess I should go find reviews. I'm not gonna. I don't want to think about the song again after. I mean, I have to because I still got to make people listen to it. But I need everybody else to take the psychic damage. I can't take it anymore.
Yeah. But it honestly, it blew me away. It's incredible.
It's incredible. Like I
have
said to
laughed
you,
harder at everything that we just said about these songs than I have at anything in a very long time.
I said that if it was just instrumental, it might have been worth listening to.
Yeah.
And only barely. Because it doesn't do anything. The music isn't doing anything.
Her sound effects are something.
Oh, yeah.
Huh?
Oh.
Huh?
What?
Huh?
My booty's big!
Although now that we're describing it, people are going to go listen and be like, oh, they were a little too harsh, but...
Listen, I need to find somebody that says that to me. I need somebody to listen to it. I need somebody else's perspective that can actually listen to it with a straight face and tell me it's not that bad. You tried.
Yeah. I really wanted to just tell you that I liked it, and I couldn't even keep a straight face for it.
It's too bad for that. It's too bad for that.
But this is a game episode,
so that's not what we're here for.
We just wanted to have a little side chat about that before we really dug into the episode, because it was
I did need people
incredible.
to know that you listened to it, so we could circle back around to that.
It was amazing, though. Like, I cannot... I'm so glad that I had this experience.
I am too. I'm glad... I guess I'm glad I listened to it so that I can see other people listen to it.
I'm grateful to Rolling Stone for giving us this moment.
Yeah. I read to you kind of what some of my friends said in the chat when I introduced it to them. Mm-hmm. Ignorant was used in all caps. Yeah. That's everything you need to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. We are kind of continuing our of the year edition with our games of the year.
Yes.
I did a lot of gaming this year. A lot of gaming of stuff that came out this year. Gaming this year.
Me too, yeah.
Really excellent stuff that came out this year. The first and most important thing we need to talk about is Horizon. So let's just make sure we do that.
Fine.
We talked specifically that we weren't going to do it, but now we have to.
Well, now I will mention that I got tricked a few times into ranting about Horizon by somebody in this room.
Sure.
And it's not either the sleeping dogs.
Sure, that's fair.
But yeah, there's some Horizon stuff that came out.
Right.
I guess this is a good time to say that Lego Horizon Adventures has come out, and neither of us have played that at this time.
Right. I would love to. I can only play Lego games for a small period of time because for whatever reason they make me incredibly motion sick.
Yeah.
Which really, just the world spins really fast, and that just does it to me. But I'd like to play it. Because I do really enjoy Lego games. The humor in Lego games are some of the very funniest. Because the thing I appreciate is all of the properties that let Lego do it, let them make fun. Like Star Wars lets them make all the fun they want to make at it. So when you're allowed to make fun of the things that are worth making fun, and then it's cute, and repurposing really dramatic events in a Lego system where you're building stuff is great. And Horizon already kind of fits for that.
Yeah.
Because it's already kind of constructed, as it were. So I think it'll be a great experience. I look forward to you playing it. I'll probably just live through that vicariously through you.
Yeah. I'll let you know how it is. Because I will start it sometime in the near future, within the next few weeks for sure.
What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get them to sponsor us. That's what I'm going for.
Oh, that'd be delightful.
Wouldn't that be nice?
I would like to be featured in the game.
Yeah. That's all we need. Yeah. I just want to do a voice. Just to give me a voice somewhere. Not even an important one.
That's true. Yeah.
That would be fun. So the first game I want to talk to you about, because you have played it and I haven't, and I'm looking forward to play it, and it's second on the Metacritic list of Metascore for games in 2024, and that's Astrobot.
Yeah, great game. Very cute.
Looks so cute.
Yeah, I played it several weeks ago now, and it was delightful. Fun time all around, mostly.
Sure.
There were some challenge levels that had a great ability to make me want to throw my controller that has not happened in a while with games, but I'm not great at platforming anyway, so some of the challenge levels just angered me.
Challenging.
Anybody who's done them, like that fucking duck drove me nuts.
There you go.
But yeah, I did everything that you could do in the game. I got the platinum trophy, so it was good.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to that one. That one was fun and cute and lots of Easter eggs and lots of fun personality. Almost in a Lego game way, honestly.
Yeah, and especially because they have so many of the games featured, so you can go find them, just like an Astro's Playroom, but then it's much more expansive now. There's more characters, there's more little features. The worlds are very cool. There's some Halloween-y type spooky worlds that were a lot of fun. I enjoyed those probably the most out of all of them.
Nice. Yeah, I think that's great. I'm glad, at first, before it came out, and I was like, wait, they're making this into a full-priced game? Like, what are they doing? But now I get it.
Yeah, it was a full-price game type of thing.
Yeah.
You got
a full-price game experience out of the full-price game.
Yeah, because Astro's Playroom was pretty short, and this is just an expanded version of that. Yeah. It definitely wasn't a long game. Right. But there's been plenty of other games that are even shorter than it that have been full price.
You felt like you got the money's worth out of it, right? And everybody I've seen play it seems like they've gotten their money's worth out of it. So I think that's great. Another one, just because I'm looking at the top 20, and I know there's games on here that you played, so I just wanted to mention them before we get into the other games that you've played. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth.
Yeah, I played that earlier this year.
Which we mentioned.
Also very good. I think that we've already covered it earlier in the series, but it was a good time. I don't know.
Okay.
There's a lot of games that I enjoyed, but I don't necessarily go back to. Yeah. But maybe. I don't think that I would play the first one again, remake, but this one, Rebirth, was pretty good.
Okay.
I like the open world aspect of it. I might go back and touch on it again before the next one comes out.
Yeah, nice. Before we get to the first game on this list that I have played, the top game on this list, as far as Metascore, was Elden Ring Shadow of the Erd Tree.
Yeah, I'm not surprised there.
I'm not either. It captured the hearts and minds of everyone.
Yeah.
I've tried to be a Souls-like player.
Yeah.
I don't got it. Just a skill set I just don't have. I love watching it. I love watching it, but I can't do it.
I like watching skilled players play.
Yes. Yeah. People are so good at it that they make their own challenges of a game that's already really challenging. Can I do this with the fork? Can I, there's somebody that beat it with a guitar controller. And I've seen, somebody do it without any dodge rolls. And, people love it so much that they try to find more challenges out of it. Mm-hmm. But the storytelling is great. I guess this is one that George R. R. Martin had something to do with the writing of it, I believe.
I didn't know that.
I believe he had something to do with the writing of Elden Ring. And they like those type of games have a story and it's deep, but it's also loose and interconnected, and you kind of make up some of your parts to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great watch game for sure. I still sit down and watch it. There's always a part of me that goes, "Oh, I'm going to sit down and play it," and then I go, "No," because you played Dark Souls 2, and you played 20 minutes of it, and you hated your life.
Yeah.
So I didn't know better. Even though I watch people play it, I go, I should be able to play this. No, I can't do it. The first game on this list that I've played is Tekken 8, which got a 91.
Yeah. Oh, I love Tekken games,
Yes.
and I have not played it yet, and I should get it.
Yeah. We should play it sometime because I love it. And it also, one of the things they did is that it's a tournament legal, but it kind of a simplified button mode where you do some, you got certain buttons that'll do certain sets of attacks, so you still can do some strategy there without having to know all of the combos and everything. You can switch on the fly.
Like how 16 had the medallion that you could just do the combos and stuff. Yeah, that's
exactly.
Neat.
So it's good. It adds some accessibility to it. The roster is huge. The main kind of mode, they have an avatar mode where you build a little avatar and you go from arcades and you're playing for the Tekken World Championship in the arcades, and you're playing against other avatars, and you get little, paid, backpacks and hats and whatever. It's fine, but it's good. It was a really good fighting game. I probably like playing it now more than I like playing Street Fighter 6, which is also very good. But Tekken, I don't know, something about it I've really enjoyed. So Tekken was on here. The other game on here in this chunk of list that I played that I spent probably the most time on is Balatro, which I've mentioned on this podcast a few times. I'm not really going to mention it, except they made a mobile version of it, which I'm trying not to put on my phone because I try not to use my phone at work, and if I know it's on there, I'm gonna.
Yeah.
But great little card game, brilliantly made. This is going to be silly to say, but it inspires me. It inspires me that one person can think of I'm going to make a roguelike based on poker, but not really poker, and make it addictive. And he basically they programmed it in their spare time, and cool.
Just a
cool thing to be a top game. 5 stars for that. If you haven't played it, it's not expensive. If you like little goofy card games, highly recommend it. All right, what else? What else you got on your list for this year?
So I just finished playing Echoes of Wisdom, and that was delightful.
Nice.
As everybody would expect.
As you would expect.
And especially anybody would expect from me to enjoy, because Zelda's always one of my favorites.
Yep.
But I really like the cutesy versions that they've made on Switch, because they remade Link's Awakening several years ago, and I really like that. And I like that this had that style to it, where it's cartoony and cute, but then it's still just very well designed. Right.
It's still a full game. It's not cute at the expense of good strategy and good, puzzles and all of that stuff, which is unfortunately for Nintendo what we expect. We expect that. That's what we expect to have an experience. So
yeah. And there were some things that I thought that I wouldn't enjoy about the game, because I didn't love the idea that she just has magic and she doesn't have like active attacks that she can do. But there is something that you get in the game where you can do an active attack.
Okay.
But it's like a short-term thing.
Right.
So I do wish that they had something that was actually her being able to do more.
Right.
Or control your mobs a little bit, your echoes, because you can pull your echoes or call the echoes. Right. But you can't really control what they're doing, and sometimes that is the most annoying thing.
Yeah.
Like, I just want to tell you to go over here, and they'll just, like, lollygag over wherever.
Yeah. Uncontrollable summons can be some of the frustrating things in a video game.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. But still great. I mean, I didn't know what to expect about how good it was going to be.
Yeah.
Especially when we were talking about it when we saw the advertisements for it. It was just like, okay.
Yeah.
But great. I think that's fantastic.
Yeah.
An early surprise. I forgot that it was this year because the first half of this year, the first quarter of this year seems like a million years ago. But a game that came out to really no advertisement and no fanfare was Hi-Fi Rush, which is a rhythm action game, and everything in the game moves to the beat, and you do your attacks to the beat and combos to the beat. And it's just fun and smooth. And the characters are fun, and the storyline's fun, and the beat makes sense, and you upgrade your abilities, and you get dodge. And because everything's to the rhythm, and you don't even need it, you can put the little timer on the screen on the bottom to kind of help, but everything moves to the beat so you don't need that. And the colors are great. It's brilliant. Like it was a surprise that it was so good. Nobody knew about it. I really enjoyed the heck out of it. The only problem is that, again, it's motion sickness theater. It got me because it still spins and moves around a little too much, but I still played a whole lot of it.
Yeah.
And I really enjoyed it. It was a really quality game. It really high on this list. It was like 88. It was 35th of the year, Metascore.
Nice. Yeah, I have heard very good things about it, but I have not played that.
All right. One that I want to talk to you about, because you mentioned it to me as not a game that you play, but a game you watch, Silent Hill 2.
Yes, yeah. I do not play horror games myself because I'm somebody who is a chicken.
Yep.
And once I'm in a safe space, I don't leave that
Won't
space.
Ever leave. Yep.
And I don't like being chased.
Yep.
Getting chased by something, I just don't enjoy that in games.
Yep.
It stresses me out too much, so I just prefer to watch people play it. Yep. And Silent Hill 2 streams have been a lot of fun.
Yeah. I also
Especially, there's some people who have never seen Pyramid Head playing for the first time, and it's cool to see them see Pyramid Head for the first time.
Yeah.
Or to do the fight where you don't even have to do anything, just run away from him, and people like just blowing through their ammo trying to kill him.
Yep, exactly. Yeah, I mean, one of the truly unique experiences in gaming, like one of the really truly by itself things. I'm glad it got re-released so people could experience it for the first time. I think that the only ever complaint I heard about it is the way that they made the dude look.
He looks very Leon Kennedy.
He does.
Yeah.
Yeah, but other than that, people really seem to enjoy it. And I am the same. I also don't like the stress of games with stress. But I also enjoy watching them. And I also enjoy like watching skilled players like figure it out. And, it's like I like watching Resident Evil skilled players like really sharpen it and everything. But it's also fun to watch people that don't know what's going on get got a bit. That's fun too. Because that's what I would be. Even though I've seen it, that's what I would be. So great. A game that came out this year that it's another, I guess, re-release, but it was one that we really never thought it would happen in the fighting game community, is they released Marvel vs. Capcom Collection. So they re-released Marvel vs. Capcom 3, which everybody thought would never happen because they didn't think they'd get the rights figured out. Like Marvel spread rights and Capcom. And that's one of the most popular fighting games. One of the first fighting games my little brother ever played, Marvel vs. Capcom. So having that back out and getting the nostalgia, people playing it online, it's really broken. Like you can put together teams that are just unstoppable, but that's the fun of it too. So it's got this whole counterculture, and it kind of revived fighting games for a minute. So I'm not that good at it, but I still played it. I still enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've played the original a little bit, but Haven't played any of the
and
re-release.
They also threw in there. So it's like got X-Men Children of the Atom. It's got Marvel superheroes. It's got Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and 3. And then they put the Punisher side-scrolling game in there too. Not even a fighting game, just a little action game that I also used to enjoy. Because back then, quarter muncher action games like games that are like Streets of Rage and Ninja Turtles arcade, games like that are always fun, and that was a really fun one. So they threw that in there, which we weren't expecting. So, great. Yeah, there's Echoes of Wisdom you mentioned. Mm-hmm. There's another game that I just passed by. The director's... I'm going to mention it only because we were playing it. It's not really a release from this year, Ghost of Tsushima.
But it is one of my favorites of all time, so let's talk about it.
Exactly. It came out on PC. The director's cut came out on PC. It's fantastic. I have a pretty good PC, so it looks like we just go into picture mode sometimes and just take some pictures.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous. It's emotional. It's well made. And then we started playing the multiplayer, the Legends mode, and that's been fun.
Yeah.
It's been challenging but fun. And I can't get enough of it. And they announced the sequel. I think they announced the sequel fairly recently.
Yeah.
Maybe we even mentioned it, but definitely worth a mention. What an incredible game. Incredible all the way around.
Yeah, definitely one of the best. One of my favorites that I've ever played.
So good.
And, for how much we talk about Horizon, we have not talked about Ghost enough.
We haven't. Because, Ghost is amazing and also deserves...
Because at the end of the day, if it's open world, I'm playing it, and I'm playing the shit out of it.
Yeah. Open world, horsey time, emotion, some different ways to play. Great. Yeah, I love it. I guess Final Fantasy 16 counts? Yeah. Right?
No, wasn't it last year?
No, it was last year. Yeah, it was last year.
There is Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. We haven't talked about that yet.
Yes, Like a Dragon, Infinite Wealth. I really enjoy the Like a Dragon games and the Yakuza series before that.
Yeah.
The only problem I have with them is that there's so many, and I played them so disconnectedly, I couldn't tell you which one is which. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So for the Samurai one, I've started replaying the Samurai one. I can't remember what it's called. It might be I don't know. I started playing the Samurai one, and that's a little different. But the characters are great. The world is great. All the mini games are super great. You can just do so many fun things.
Yeah, I like them. I've only played a couple of them. I've seen a few of them. I have some friends who are very into the Yakuza games.
Yes.
And so, I currently have Infinite Wealth here. I just haven't played it.
Sure.
But yeah, they're generally entertaining.
Yes.
They have some serious moments.
Yep.
They have some not so serious
goofy
moments.
side stories.
All sorts of silly things.
Yeah.
And the extra games that you can play within the game. Some of them are a lot of fun.
Yeah,
some of them are really weird.
Yeah, some of them are just super weird.
So it's got something for everybody.
Yeah. Yeah, nothing does it like it does it.
Right.
It's just like in one hand you're going to be brawling in the street, and then you're going to talk to a call girl for a minute, and then you're going to play...
Go save an orphan.
Yeah, go save an orphan, and then you're going to play Super Harrier in the arcade, and you're going to play the claw game. Yeah. And you're going to go to batting cages. It's everything. It's everything, and nothing does it like it.
Yeah.
Yeah, nothing does it like it. I will mention college football, EA Sports College Football 25, which I've mentioned a little bit. It's the first college football game back since 2014.
It took over the world for a few weeks there.
Greatest, it's the biggest, highest selling football game of all time.
Yeah.
They made a boatload of money, and hopefully they'll make more. And it was it wasn't great. It was great because it's back and they put their heart into it, but it wasn't as complete as I think people hoped, because they wanted it to be an extension of the 2014 games, where they kind of had to rebuild it so it wasn't. But I still play it. I'm in 3 different leagues. I still play it pretty much every day. And I've been playing it pretty much every day since it's come out.
Yeah.
So yeah, great game there. What else? Do you have any other games on your list?
I think we've covered everything that I've actually played or am about to play. I don't know if we're missing anything that I have intentions to play.
Sure. Notable mention, Helldivers 2 came out this year.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
And that was also a
amazing.
worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah, exactly. A really well-designed, well-made game with a community that really cared about the community that's playing it. Mm-hmm. Right? And so it's the kind of game that generated stories outside of the game for things that happen inside of the game. And that's a really unique thing to be able to do, is to be able to have people tell stories in the game that the game's not trying to tell.
Yeah.
And it really did that very well. So, yeah, absolutely impressed. Not my kind of game, but again, I just like watching people do it. You know, I like people just going out there and telling their stories, and this whole Super Earth, and it just became this whole cult following to it, which I think is just absolutely fantastic. Let's see, Mario and Luigi came out this year. It just came out fairly recently, the new Mario Luigi game.
Yeah, and now I can't remember what it's actually called.
I can't remember what it's called either. I'm interested in it, even though I've never really played any of those games, but I've always wanted to play the Mario Luigi kind of games.
Some of them are fun, and then some of them are just never great for me. I played one of the ones on Wii.
Okay.
And when you run into each other, it just automatically makes you fall, and it pissed me off to a level that now I just don't play any of them.
That seems like the worst thing in the world.
Yeah. It was not fun when I was playing with a friend, because we kept jumping at the same time, and then they would cross and you would just fall and have to do it all over again.
Yeah, that's that. I can't imagine. Frustrating games are frustrating. I mean, I know everybody knows this.
Yeah. Dragon's Dogma 2.
Yes, Dragon Dogma 2 came out. I didn't love Dragon Dogma 1, so I keep waiting. I keep waiting for them to do like a Game of the Year edition for Dragon Dogma 2 that's like $20, and then maybe I'll get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and it's a game that's also got, well, I don't know that anybody's loved Dragon Dogma 2 the way they love Dragon Dogma 1.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, I've heard some meh reviews about it. But
yeah, same here.
It's worth mentioning because it's a title that a lot of people really like.
Yeah, agreed. I'm sure Monster Hunter came out. I never have gotten it. I don't get Monster Hunter. I played it.
I never played any of them. I think that I would enjoy them, though.
I have one. We played it during a 24-hour once, and the character creation is kind of fun. But I never, it's not something I grew up in, so I didn't get what you were supposed to do. Like, you're supposed to do these big, crazy battles, and, like, I don't know. I just didn't give it enough time. Yeah. But the culture around it is huge. Like, people love.
Yeah, people are very into that game. It's like, it's not quite to Souls-like level, but the people who really like it really like it.
Like, that's what they're all about. And whenever new announcements come out, people go crazy about it.
And then I just saw an interesting title for a game that came out, because I'm just looking on the side to see if there's any I forgot. Mm-hmm. And I know nothing about this game. I don't know if you do or not. I'm sure that you do, because you know a lot of more of the random games than I do. But the name Unicorn Overlord is amazing.
Overlord is a great name. I don't know anything about that. I think that was high on the list, and I skipped it because I felt like I couldn't give that game enough justice because I didn't know what it was.
Absolutely not. But shout out to the name, because it sounds cool. I might get it just to find out about it.
Just to find out. Unicorn Overlord, why people like it. There is some notable games that I played for a few minutes that I think people really love. Dave the Diver, really popular game. I played it. I would play more of it, but I didn't like the sushi making part. Like, I just enjoyed the being in the ocean part and collecting things, but then I got to the sushi making part, and I'm like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah.
But it's cute, and it has a good story, and people really like it, and it's a good pixel game. Also notable, Animal Well. Mm-hmm. Another pixel game with kind of a horror-y-ness to it, like a really off-putting weirdness to it that I clocked quickly, and I said, I can't do this. I would love to watch somebody play it, but I can't do this. Like, it's almost a Five Nights at Freddy's kind of, even though it's pixely, but it's like like the wolf creature has that kind of weird look, like evil.
That face.
Yeah, that face that just. But
now
also
I gotta
very
look
popular.
that up because I haven't seen much about it.
Yeah, like I think you'd enjoy, and I think I'd enjoy watching it too because it's also just a good platformer. But it, weird, super weird. I didn't care for it.
Yeah. Did Lethal Company come out this year? Was it last year?
I only started seeing it this year, but that doesn't mean it came out. But I think it's worth a mention, that Lethal Company.
Yeah, because that one kind of
was another one that
took over for a while.
Yep. And Lethal Company did, and then the other one that was kind of Among Us style. Well, so there was two. There was, I don't know, I might be getting Lethal Company and it mixed up, but there was one.
Lethal Company was October 2023.
Oh, okay.
FYI.
There's the one that's like the horror game where one person has to operate the doors and then other people have to go through this mansion. I cannot remember the name of it, but that was really popular for a minute. It was kind of janky, but people had fun with it.
Yeah, this one's Lethal Company.
Okay, yeah, Lethal Company. Lethal Company is the one I'm thinking of. Yeah. But there's another one that came out recently that was more Among Us like you had some traders and some people and they had to do tasks, but it was in 3D. I wish I could remember the name of it. And that also was very popular, especially for streamers. And it probably also came out last year.
Yeah, I'm trying to Google on the side, and I don't see anything.
Yeah, I don't know if I wish I knew which one it was. I'll have to find it. I'll bring it up another time if I find it. Among Us type game. All right, I'm just going to do an Among Us type game and see if it. Okay, here we go. This is exactly the game. They said this game. I don't want your audio though. I just want to know the name of the game.
Is it Town of Salem?
No, it is Lockdown Protocol.
Oh.
Yeah, okay. Lockdown Protocol is kind of similar to Among Us. And like the traders can see that they're the traders, the other people can't. So it has fun clips like one of the if one of the traders wins, all of the traders win. And so sometimes the traders will kill themselves and then throw the weapon on the ground to make the other people think that a person that was not a trader is a traitor. So I saw clips like that where they'd find a way to kill themselves, throw the weapon, and then other people would come in the room. And so then that person would have to explain themselves. And it seems like a fun group game kind of situation. Like the streamers seem to have a lot of fun with it. So I saw some clips like that, and that looks kind of funny. In that same kind of way where you have to convince people. But you have to do it more in real time, unlike, Among Us, we kind of have the stages. Mm-hmm. So yeah, that would look fun. But I don't know when it came out. It probably came out. It might have come out this year. Maybe I'll have to have a recorded group get together with some friends and play that and see how good it is. But yeah, I spend a lot. Like there's a few other sports games I played this year, but nothing of worth a particular mention. There's always sports games every year.
Yeah.
But
I think overall 2024 was a good year in gaming.
Really good year in gaming. Yeah, really good year. Really enjoyed it. Even the games that didn't come out this year but kind of came out, like being able to re-experience Ghost of Tsushima on PC like that was great. And yeah, the fighting games, like I'm just happy that we got a new Tekken.
Yeah.
Yeah, good times. All right, if there's games that happened this year that we missed, that you wanted to yell at your computer that we didn't see, please tell me.
Don't tell us.
No, you tell me. Because I, for one, have plenty of room to play 5 minutes of a lot of games. Casey's got a backlog that she's got to complete. Not me.
No, if there's a suggestion, throw them out.
Yeah, we want to hear. Also, listen to Princess Pop That, just so the curse can be passed along.
Yes, yeah. If you want song suggestions of the best ones, let us know.
But I mean, you'll know within a few seconds of listening to the song which one's the best one. But if you want to just start blind and want to get started on what's a good one, we'll tell you. We'll tell you. And it will definitely start with, "My booty is big." everyone.
Goodbye.